All right, so we're going to start with the urinary bladder, inner and outer shoe lines. That goes along with the erector spinae and the superficial back line. And the outer shoe is 3 cm between the spine and the scapula at the level of the spine and the scapula. That's 3 cm, and 1.5 is right between it. You can treat each line separately or both together, and start with more superficial running cupping. And then if the client likes it and they're responding to it well, then you can get deeper. Now here's where I'm going to start introducing, new information as we're going to get specific with acupressure points. As you're doing the cupping in this area, you want to notice right where the fascia is tighter. If you notice any individual areas that are raised or have adhesions or trigger points, or if you know the client's symptoms, remember that each of the shoe points across the body, each has a different significance for what area it works. So we can quantify and balance all of them, and or we can focus on areas that are tighter, and or like say at the level of T3 is the lungs. So if we knew they have a chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder or a cough or asthma, we can focus there. At the level of T5 is the heart, and so forth. And the list of all of those correspondences is on your notes. Actually, if someone hands me those, we'll get them on the camera here. I don't expect you to memorize the level of each of the correspondences, but if you ever want to get more specific with your treatment, you can think, okay, is this issue with the lungs, the heart, the spleen, stomach, the kidney, and so forth, where you can treat all of them. Now, just visually, it looks as though it's something is more raised right here. The two therapists, did you feel like that was an issue going on? Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I would say the two of you that have been doing all the work, go ahead and put some stationary cups in those two spots now. So we could either do our stationary cupping now, or we could work on other meridians, keep doing running cupping, and then leave our stationary cup. Would we want to use D cups for these areas here? Yeah, you totally could. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now, though, is show you on the dew or the governing vessel and the quattro jaws, which are also very similar. So before we leave those there, let's talk to, we'll just, they often call it parking a cup. We're just going to park one of the cups up here at gallbladder 21. And just a second, and then you can jump in again. Cup down. Thanks for throwing that one in the needs to be washed pile. So right along the midline is dew or dew or governing vessel. So you can go right over the spine, and remember that with the cups you can add a little upward pressure. Awesome. And remember, if somebody has like a herniated disc, we're not going to suction right over it. So this one is going to be on dew or governing, and then right in the lamina groove, right next to the spinous process are the quattro jaws points. So with this size cup, we're really getting both at the same time. So you want to continue with dew and quattro jaws down the middle. And I'm going to get a smaller cup and see if that'll work for more specific for her. Nice. And I'm going to see it here. Our quattro jaws. Get a smaller cup. And a smaller cup. And you can use this together like M and 5. And if somebody has like, you can tell there's a series of segmented vertebrae that are tight in a row. You can treat like this, little ones right in a row, or you could do a little running cupping through the segments that are problematic. So let's first run the quattro and then we'll do some of that at the same time. Let's continue on with that, and I'll grab some more cups. That's actually a really nice size for those quattro. How's that pressure, Jill?
I prefer that pressure in that area versus left. I know it seems like it's a lot, right?
Right. Sorry. You left your hand in there.
It's okay.
I mean, morning. You left your morning.
Oh, nice teamwork. All right. Is there an area where it's still especially tight, right along in the lamina groove? With those rotaries and the around there.
And around there as well.
Okay.
Must be on the right side.
Okay. So how about y'all add some stationary cups in the quattro, like so and like so, and we'll park some. Yeah, each state.
Sorry for the one. For sure, contrast.
You didn't have as many of the little ones on there. Oh, I think I might have some. Oh, yeah?
But there are some under the big one.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where I got those.
Okay.
Awesome. Now we could totally leave those as stationary, or this would be a great time that you could do some MFR. So you can even put these together. You can even do like all together MFR. So y'all want to take a turn with a little MFR there? You want to jump into James after Mona?
Looks like
Ready?
getting my hands on this.
So you can see how you can like grab a whole actual pattern.
Are you only supposed to move them in those two directions?
Great question. No, you can take them in other directions too. Yeah, totally. Yeah, go ahead and check the end feel on all of them. And we'll get a close up on this. So we've got the cups on the quattro point, which are 0.5 sin from the spinous processes, which is tucked right in the lamina groove. And then also on the government for view points right up the middle. Looks great, Mona. I'll give it a try, James.
There you go.
That's great. It's a weird sensation, you know, like the cuts under your hair. Like, you can almost feel it individual.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like it's
Nice.
not like going one way and they're not in there at the top, but it is at the bottom.
Exactly.
How are you feeling the tissue respond with so many at once?
Like, there's like a certain, like the way that the suction is, it's like, I'm actually almost tempted to go ahead and.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. Take them separately. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Avoid comfort. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You guys want to jump in? Cool. Awesome. So recommended whether you're using acupressure cups or tuning forks, whenever there's a series of segments of in the lamina groove that's tight, is to treat at least a couple above the central area and a couple below, not just the one bottom area. So, all right, so now we were talking about those stationary cups in urinary bladder. So why don't we do that with the outer, oh, good, now reassess and see that out first. You have like 5 therapists today.
No, that's great.
Feels so much better. Yay, that's fantastic. So do you feel anything residual along the inner or outer shoe lines? Okay.
Starting at
Okay.
the thoracic bone.
Okay. Okay. So why don't we, with the residual you found, treat the inner shoe and the outer shoe. So you're gonna have a cup about here and a cup about here. Yeah, and you could go one or several segments depending on what you found. Maybe some, maybe some. Nice. And so that outer line is just medial to the border of the scapula, and the cups may go over a little bit. That feel like a good sized cup. Oh, that looks great.
We may need to have more oil.
What's the intensity, Joe? Would you prefer more or less?
I think more.
More. People cup is hard to pronounce. Yeah, I was just thinking we could.
Is that one
we could
okay
change
then?
the size if they-
I heard you do it.
We're gonna get you a bigger one. When we try to change the size, because it's okay if we cover inner and outer shoe at the same time. You wanna change it? What's that?
How's that, Bill?
Yeah, there you go.
Feels great.
And so the inner shoe line is considered more physical and the outer shoe line is considered more emotional or spiritual. And of course, usually there's a correspondence in an issue with both. So it's a good idea to address both. Awesome. Shall we add small intestine now? Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's go over the small intestine points. And we'll come back to the hip points. So just go out there here, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's great.
thank you. All right, did you guys warm up the shoulders yet?
A little bit, yeah. Just the two.
All right. Could you warm up shoulders a little more before we do stationary cup? Is that pressure better with the new size cup, Joe?
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to get that side, you're gonna get the whole treatment, Joe.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Now, I say this several times in the notes, but one thing you can do also when the stationary cups are there, is you can also, continue your massage out on the limbs. But right now, we're just going to warm up the shoulder area for small intestine. All right, you want to get the cups going on the warm up there, the whole scapular region. How's the section?
I never heard you do
I was saying that yesterday.
You thought Mark on this? Wow.
Oh, wow, James.
You do this really well. Then. Is that a good thing to tell people? Is that their circulation blood flows, as you will, for the margin.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I usually, say is that, well, for one thing, people really need to hydrate well to remove that metabolic waste from, the area and, if they are sore or headache,
Can we jump into the page?
need more water.
You're now gonna have a load and I'll go.
Uh-oh.
There's a little bit of an oil spill. Ooh. This one doesn't like this.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we're about to get into small intestine here. So I just want to make sure the whole, nice job. The warm up. Just want to make sure the whole scapular region is warmed up. So let me see my running cupping from the stationary cupping. And how's the intensity on your right side?
It's good.
Excellent. All right, so small intestine 9 is one center thumb width right above the axilla. Small intestine 10 is right below the acromion process. Small intestine 11, if you go right between the spine of the scapula, inferior border, divide that in thirds, it's on the upper third in the middle of the scapula. 12 is right above spinous process in the supraspinous fossa. And then we move across. We're going to go across right in the same level of this one, but on the medial border of the scapula. And there's something good happening there. You see that?
Yeah.
And then right across from C7. So we feel the spinous process of C7, the divot below it, and piston out. And everybody gets a bottleneck in there, right? So it's really amazing to treat that whole constellation. We did some warm up first. You can do a combination of stationary cups and running cups, and you might need different sizes depending, of course, on the shape of the client's body and how intense they like it. To get right into there into small intestine 9, we might need a smaller cup. Can you have the next size down, please? A couple of them, please. I'll need a smaller one to get right up under the spine of the scapula as well. Thank you so much. When there's an area that has like a lot of skin, you can create some tension, right? So that you're getting suction into the area and not just the skin. So now we got right on the small intestine 9. And then we're going to come in process. We're going to go this space right below it. Some good things happening there. And what? Are there more like that? Could I have 2 more little ones, please? So there's 9 and 10. Thank you so much. And then right here, 9, 10, 11, small intestine 9, small intestine 10, small intestine 11. I love this constellation. It makes me very excited. This is a powerful triangle. Again, you want to treat this triangle whether you're using cups or not. So your finger pressure as well. And we're going to go right above 9, 10, 11, 12, right above. You can see there's the spine of the scapula. We're going to go right above it. Oh, yeah. Nice. Are there any more little ones like that? Thank you so much. Now, we're going to release some of these. We're going to go right across from C2. So we could count from C7. It's going to stick out a little more spinous process. Down to E1. So it's mountaintop, divot, mountaintop, mountaintop, divot. So, and then E3 is usually at the level of the spinous process. We're going to go right across from here. Really good. I slow down the measuring. Oh yeah, see that? I slow down the measuring just to show you, but you can do it quickly. You don't even have to count everybody. You know, you can just estimate where in this one is going to fit. All right, one more little one if we got it. Look at this beautiful. Oh my God, I love this constellation. It's my favorite collection of macrame. That's in the body. And then this one is just a little more thin. It's 2 cent instead of 3 cent. And it's a little bit up. There we go. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So again, you could leave stationary. You could do MFR. You could do jostling. You could do turn and stretch. This one's got a pop off. Let's put it on again. That would be the goal. Nope, like that. Should we try it? I don't know that it'll stay for 10 and stretch. Thank you. Do a little internal and external rotation. Oh, that functional range of motion. And then y'all want to jump in and see what you feel like and see how you might want to move them around. And then, sure, good idea. Good observation. And then after that, you can pause the video and you guys can do the same one on that side, or you can move on until your practice. There's that one spot that was these spots that were especially tight. Can we get better? Yeah. Good job working at between pressure per section. And then one more that, you can do while the stationary cupping is that small intestine 3. So you can do that with just acupressure, or maybe you can get a little cup on it. So if the client was making a loose fist, right at the base of the knuckle, where the skin changes color, the small intestine 3, it'll help open up the channel, and it's good for the back. So it's right here. And then, so this is a good one to do pressure. So could you open and close your hand? Nice and slow. Slowly. All right, keep doing that. Open and close, please. And open and close, please. So we always want to take the whole way on the meridian. Open and close. Awesome. Excellent. So that's small intestine 3. And we'll go out all the way to the pinky here. Okay. All right, there's still something. There's something. Let's check it out. See what we can do. Oh, yeah. And it's connected to here. Ooh. Needs a little range of motion. I'm gonna get right under the scapula. And let's take this for a ride. Oh yeah. Is that too much too? No. So this hand is going up. This hand is moving the scapula, and sometimes these muscles kind of get, if you're just trying to press down into them, sometimes they're like too stuck to the scapula. But if we really raise that scapula, we can get here. Yeah. There. I love that. Different range of motion, functional movement. Oh, yeah. There we go. Push it out. Nice, 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 nice. So, I think for, stand. Let's do our stand. We're gonna go a little more rhomboidy. You got a trigger point there. Crunchy, crunchy. All right, so urinary bladder. Like that. Uncomfortable. What?
It doesn't hurt at all.
It's just something about me and bones sticking too far out of skin.
That might even change this scapula, like all around it. It's just like really all over the place.
All right, so couple more points here, and then we'll do a little bit of the hip if you guys want more today.
I think Jill does.
So,
Jill does not mind.
can somebody hit gallbladder 21? Maybe one size up. Let's try. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try that side. I see already. I'm thinking C. Let's try C.
Oh, yeah, this is.
Yeah,
So you all know right where that is, gallbladder 21, trigger point of trapezius, so right on top of the traps, halfway between the spinous process and the acromion.
So is it the one that's really malleable, like a pocket grip? I'm talking about the top.
Oh, that's really, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You can try smaller.
yeah.
Something shy.
Yeah.
Maybe oil might be in order.
You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe something like a touch.
Nope, your gallbladder says leave it alone.
Now it's a gallbladder challenge. Ooh, you had it. Oh, you know you have a thumb in there.
That's why.
That's all I thought about too.
You guys wanna like sweep pincer grass, see how there's a trigger point in there? It might respond better just to us doing releasing it like that. But after you do that, I will give another pincer. Yeah.
Maybe a default.
You're thinking of B?
Not a small oil.
Even more.
Really?
No, yeah.
Oh,
I will try that. That's pretty good, yeah. Nope. I'm gonna try your idea. Yeah. Let's do an effort here, so. Oh, see, that's for the win. Nice idea, Gio. Good team right there, then. Yeah, that one's gonna do it. You wanna try that size? One on the other side with a little more oil, here's the oil. So we gotta see.
in Sanskrit, oil is more.
Oh, yeah.
So, more.
There you go. Things that we can do here.
Is my hair in there, brother? So that looks even
No. Your hair's pretty to the way.
okay.
Tough angle, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna give it a whirl, Jesus? Kenneth, do you mind stopping in the room? Oh. Oh, yeah.